Hello people from Gunner Station, John here. Well, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video. Usually in the comments I answer everybody. Let's go start talking about this. David Luiz renewing his contract. Not most of the Arsenal fans are big fans of David Luiz, of course. Last game he was absolutely terrible. It was one of the worst games I've ever seen for a center back. It was pretty bad in a long time. Yeah, David Luiz had a nightmare on that game against Man City. One penalty committed, a red card, and that error that was led to a goal. So absolutely terrible performance. I think it was actually even worse than Mustafi against Crystal Palace, the game that we lost 3-2 last season. That basically got us out of Champions League. We were all so motivated for that game. We had beaten Napoli, beat the game before São Paulo 1-0 with the Lacazette's free kick. Then we go there, Unai Emery puts Jenkinson, Unai Emery puts all those guys. I think Elneny maybe played as well, and the whole thing happened. Yes, people. Looks like we were renewing David Luiz's contract. I don't even know if it's a 2-year or if he's renewing until the end of the season. I believe it's until the end of the season. Well, I think it's not the worst idea. A lot of people might disagree with me, but if he stays here, well, of course, Socrates is gonna come back. Pablo Mari is injured until the rest of the season. Another player who's injured until the end of the season, it looks like, is Gabriel Martinelli. He picked up a very bad injury on training, and it was something on his knee. Mikel Arteta said that it looks bad. It looks bad. It's probably gonna look, it looks like some months. So Martinelli, Pablo Mari, Socrates is gonna come back, Torreira is gonna come back, Granit Xhaka, it looks like he's gonna come back at full training. Bernd Leno is 4 to 6 weeks. We are on a really bad situation, and I don't see it getting better because Martinelli is one of the most important players in our team. In my opinion, he's fighting to be that top 3 on the season. I would say it's between Leno, Aubameyang, Saka, Martinelli. But Martinelli is injured. I think Milan is actually doing pretty good this season as well, but he's not playing anymore. Pepe is improving. I could put him on that top 5 maybe, fighting for that. But that's not the case, people. It looks like we're renewing with David Luiz. It looks like some days I see that we are going to renew with Cedric Soares. Some days I see that we are not. I don't even know what is true. I think it would be ideal to renew with Cedric Soares because it wouldn't make sense just taking the guy, paying for a loan, and then not playing him at all. So he hasn't played a single game here at Arsenal, and Hector Bellerin, who in my opinion is much worse than Cedric Soares, is playing more games than him. Of course, Cedric Soares had an injury on his face, but still, I think he's ready for some games already. And then I'm gonna be honest here, I am tired of Hector Bellerin playing here. I am really tired. I prefer Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Cedric Soares all day long. I don't think David Luiz is the worst option here, renewing his contract until the end of the season. This season, I'm saying, I would not renew it for next season or for in 2 seasons. No, I would not do that. I'm saying until the rest of the season. If you talk about the whole season, I don't think David Luiz, if you take off that game against Man City, I don't think David Luiz has been that bad since Arteta came. He was doing pretty well against Mustafi, in my opinion. Of course, he had the mistake against Chelsea, which I don't think it was his mistake. I think it was more of a Mustafi. But of course, he should not have pulled the player. And if they even if they scored, we would still have 11 players. They score, and we have 10 players. So it's pretty dumb, in my opinion. If you count all our center backs, we have around, who do we have? We have Socrates who's gonna come back. We have Rob Holding, who I don't trust. I actually don't trust all of them, but let's be honest, people. Pablo Mari is out of the season. Mavropanos is on loan. Ballard might play. Mele was on the bench the other day. I would not put Mele at all. I think Mele is not that good with the ball. I watched the under-23s. I really don't trust Mele. I trust Ballard. I think he deserves a chance. Ballard was in the loan to Swindon Town at the beginning of the season, and then he got a pretty bad injury. He came back, and I think he could play some games maybe in the FA Cup against Sheffield. Maybe he could play with, I don't know, with maybe Mustafi or maybe Rob Holding. I don't know who he could play with. But yes, people, we don't have many options for center back, and for the midfield, we don't have many as well. If one more guy gets injured on the midfield, we're probably gonna have to call Matt Smith from the under-23s too. I hope Saka does not get an injury. I don't really think Aubameyang is getting an injury because Aubameyang has picked like 5 injuries on his whole career, and they weren't even actually injuries. They were like some muscular problems that took like 12 days most. So I'm not really stressed about Aubameyang. I'm more stressed about those young players who are still developing, and I hope and I hope to God they can still play and perform for us just like Bukayo Saka, because it looked like we lost Martinelli. So people, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much. John here, Gunner Station.